Janice, are you there?
At your service, sir.
Enter the manosphere.
Of course. How can I assist you today?
Give me some of that dating foolishness.
Will do, sir.
Nowhere, out of absolute thin air, one day, it is exactly as it's supposed to be, and the next day, they've vanished.
Welcome to Manosphere Highlights Daily. Today we're diving into the topic of ghosting, which by definition is
a way of ending a relationship with someone suddenly by stopping all communication with them.
But here's what the dictionary leaves out. It's women who practically invented ghosting, yet they're the ones most upset when it happens to them. The irony, it says a lot about the modern woman's mindset. Solipsistic, self-centered. Now here's a woman crying and venting about how she doesn't understand why someone could ghost her. And of course, there are a few key points we need to address here. Let's talk about it.
Hello. It's usually a much more chipper hello. And I tried really hard to get all of my tears out before making this video. But I needed to ask everybody how they manage when you experience such a deep connection with somebody, and when you risk letting your guard down by asking them all the things and getting the answers from them that make you feel safe. And you establish this deep, rooted connection that feels so much different than anything else has felt. And you start to truly believe that this person is in your life for a reason. And they are so emotionally intelligent. And you connect on such a deep level. And then
there's that phrase again, emotional intelligence. Janice, read.
The ability to understand how people feel and react, and to use this skill to make good judgments and avoid or solve problems.
Now, for all the talk women do about emotional intelligence, they often lack it when it comes to making good judgments and avoiding problems. In this case, the woman isn't giving us any context about what led up to the ghosting, so we're left with questions. There's always a reason why people ghost.
And then you see so many things about them that are what you have been looking for in other people: the ability to communicate, the ability to problem solve, the ability to ask you for help and you to ask them for help. All of those healthy signs of a relationship are present. All of those things that you work towards, all of those milestones that you think, oh, this is what it's supposed to be. How do you go from that to never hearing from them again? Out of nowhere, out of absolute thin air, one day, it is exactly as it's supposed to be, and the next day, they've vanished. And they haven't vanished to the world. They've only made themselves disappear to you. How as a human being are you supposed to process that? How as an individual are you supposed to get over that? How are you supposed to trust anybody again? How are you supposed to see at the beginning of something that it's going to end that way. How do you avoid being in this situation again? I can't make sense of it. I can't understand it. I cannot imagine doing that to somebody else. I cannot imagine making someone I care about feel this way, and conversely, making somebody believe I care about them if I don't. No part of the situation makes sense.
These are good questions. Questions men ask all the time. And since women are supposedly the experts at ghosting, they should have the answers, right? Why do people ghost? Janice, read.
1. Avoidance of conflict. A lot of people, men and women, would rather avoid the uncomfortable conversation of breaking things off, so they just disappear. It's a coward's way out. 2. Lack of interest. Sometimes, the interest just fades, and instead of explaining that, people choose the easy way and vanish. 3. Overwhelmed or distracted, especially in the age of dating apps, where everyone has multiple options on standby. Some people lose interest and focus on the next shiny object.
We don't condone ghosting, but let's be real. It's not going away anytime soon, especially in the digital age. Now, men are opting out of dating for a reason. The best way to protect yourself from dating disasters is not to play the game. Think about it. How can you be 100% sure a woman isn't just using you for free meals? How can you be 100% sure she's not gonna cheat on you? Especially when we know more than half of women in relationships have a backup guy in the wings. And how can you be 100% sure she won't falsely accuse you of domestic violence or sexual assault? The truth is, you can't be 100% sure of any of this. Trust is the foundation of any relationship. But it's tough to trust anyone, especially women in today's dating world, when all the data shows they're more likely to leave, cheat, or take your money.
And I know I'm not the only one. So if you have experienced this and you have the answers, can you share them with me, please?
What's really interesting about this woman's video is who's commenting, mostly men, and they're consoling her. Guys, you need to be careful when women start crying online. Women love attention, and they'll do whatever it takes to be in the spotlight. Don't practice simjutsu. Look around. Videos of women crying in their cars are everywhere these days. But let me remind you of this. She didn't give us any details about what actually happened. So don't jump to conclusions and assume she's innocent in all this. For all we know, she could have been a walking red flag, and the guy made the smartest decision of his life by
Run! Get to the chopper!
Man, that's where we working. Protect yourself at all times. This video has officially been highlighted.